So good morning, guys. Today we are going live with Sulakshana, founder of Go Swasthya. Go Swasthya is an e-commerce as well as a retail place where she promises to sell the freshest food and specializes in flour. So waiting for her.
Hi guys,
Hi Sulakshana, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So how have you been? And I think tomorrow is your daughter's birthday. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you so much for managing the days accordingly. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So Sulashna, go ahead. Please tell us about Go Swasthya and about yourself and your journey as an entrepreneur.
absolutely. So, first and foremost, thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure to meet you like this after the IIM campus. So,
Yeah.
about me, I hail from Pune, born and brought up there, and uh, with husband changing jobs, I've moved to a couple of cities in India. Um, Finally moved to Bangalore 5 years back. I was an investment banking professional, a finance person with all figures and used to attract me. But when we came to Bangalore, um, I just realized that, whatever I've seen since childhood, the food which we eat and everything, I was completely missing here. Like for me, it was like a homesickness first time in my life where I could miss the basics of good floors, uh, chakkis, curd and everything because of the temperature here. It's a major issue. And but I could manage it. I used to go home because my office is here in Pune, so I used to manage it. But when I was expecting, and my child was about 8 months. I had to feed her. That's when it prompted me that will I be able to give her the packaged food which I never had myself. So I started looking into it and thought probably it would be a problem for every other working woman in Bangalore. And that's where the seed got conceived, that maybe this is something I should try out. And the journey started from there.
Awesome. So I think any business which a mother starts, I think, yeah, that has the best interest for everyone in mind. So definitely.
It's we don't start as a business, we start sometimes with the
I think there's some connection issue. Yeah.
no. So yeah, so that's where we started, and then it was a big journey, like with WhatsApp, then websites, Excels, everything tried it, tested. It's been in 1.5 year, and it's going good with all the support from customers.
Okay. So Lakshna, it's a relatively new business, and as I said, it's e-commerce side as well. You have your retail store. So, what are the biggest challenges that you have faced in these last, 1.5 years? Because doing this and in such a short span of time is not easy. How did you set it up, and what were the initial challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. So first thing is, I'll tell you, starting a business these days is not difficult. Anyone can start through WhatsApp and all, but mentality of whatever can come, you have to go on is important. So now I'll give you an example. When we started just before COVID. And before COVID, it was good enough. Like people were moving, things were happening very faster and all. But immediately I started and COVID struck. We had logistical issues. People suddenly started, like we never expected, uh, having 3x, 4x immediately because we had just started. And groceries were like the most important thing at that time. People were stuck in the house. out overnight we had to change so many things which we were doing, just started doing, and but the mentality like I will not stop here and go on was very important for me. So that was the biggest challenge, to change your model or pivot your model immediately because you see a certain challenges coming to you, and not back out, you know.
True.
Second thing is a labor issue. So it's a very labor intensive thing which we are doing into it, because we are into freshly milled flours and other groceries. So we need people. We need people to make it. We need people to immediately pack it and then deliver it. So the second problem which we face is good labor and people who are loyal and stick around. So taking care of your staff, making sure that they are with you all the time is very important. And
So Lakshana, do you source? So for example, you source the grains and you make it into flour and then package it and sell it. So do you source the flour making process, or do you have employees for that? So how
I
is
have
the setup?
So for us, we are tied up with farmers, and we get them directly to my warehouse in Bangalore. Then everything starts with the labor handling, like from the grains properly, sorting out, then milling as per the orders have
Wow.
come, packing, and then it goes out immediately for the delivery. So
Okay.
for us, the labor is very important because everything is freshly made and handmade, no processing, no machinery used other than the milling part. For us, the labor has to have the same mentality, like the care which we look at the food and not like, just as a product. So that's one thing. I'm in Bangalore, and the second most challenging part out here is logistics.
Hmm.
Logistics is very costly. It is available, but it is very costly, and that really eats a lot of your margins. And
Yeah.
that's the whole challenge every small entrepreneur in Bangalore will face.
Yeah, but I think the intention behind this business, that to provide the best quality food you can. So I think that I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I
So
just want to make sure that the next generation, which we are having, putting so much money on, should have their basics right. That is, their basic meals should be of good quality.
true, true. So other than the basic grains, flour, what are the other products that you sell?
So we focus more on like everyday kitchen needs, whatever you need in a kitchen, and mostly like the basics, that is flours, rice, grains, then spices, ghee, and oils. These are like our six major contributors. And then we have other items which are just, to help our customers to have everything in one place. Like,
Okay. And so you have an e-commerce store as well as a retail store. So why? So you started with a retail, or you started with an e-commerce store, and then how did it flow from there? What are your you can say, what are your observations? I would really like to know that.
yeah, so I started
Getting
with
better.
I started with online. I always wanted to be an online store, honestly, because managing an offline store is a lot of commitment compared to online. You don't have customers directly coming to you, so that's a pretty easy one. But where all the shops were getting closed in COVID, we had a lot of demand from our customers to have one offline store at least, because we as Indians or any human being, uh, we love to feel, we love to see, we love to then buy. And uh, people have been coming down, like if they get to know we have an offline store, they love to come and shop there. So
True.
I think the offline market will never have any impact. It will still grow even though online is picking up. Offline will never go, out of the blue.
Sure. I mean, yeah, to look at the food you are going to buy and then actually purchase it definitely makes a difference.
Right. And that's convenience for customers and for us, like no logistics involved. People come, buy, and go.
True. But then, because it's a retail store, if there are more cash transactions, then that is, I think, that is one of the most the challenge in a retail store, because you have to have someone, if that person is actually handling the cash, then you need to be sure that no fraud or something like that will happen. So I think for me, that is what I've observed.
Uh,
So
Yeah, so honestly, that is mostly in the now the wholesale markets mostly. Out in these offline retailers now there is a system called POS, which is like completely attached to your online stores. It is completely attached to your inventory, barcoding, and everything. So even if you take a cash, the transaction is recorded and there's no room for any fraud out there.
but barcoding still not each and every business has adopted. So for those businesses, and which they are majority of them, this actually is a very big challenge. But I think if you have all the systems in place, then I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah,
So I think
and
kudos to you. Yeah, that's really awesome. Because no, I do know many business. Because you are at an initial level, you are still in the process, so you may not really. You're like, चलो इतना हो रहा है उसके बाद देखेंगे. But if you actually have all the processes in place from the start, it definitely makes a very big difference.
yeah. So one big tip out here to anyone who is watching now or later is even if you are starting today, you have to see like if you grow 10x or 5x of this, what kind of a systems you need, and then you should start preparing for it. You
True.
cannot start something when it is already at your door and you can't do anything about. So that's one thing which I was a big learning for me from the start.
Yeah, so actually, that is my next question. So, whatever your learning has been, not just in the last 1.5 years, throughout, your career, what are the main, you can say, main tips or advice you would like to give to budding entrepreneurs who would like to get into a business similar to yours?
Yeah. One big learning from the entrepreneurial journey I had. A For anyone, do not fall for perfection. It is an illusion that you are perfect. Things will change, markets will change, and you don't know where you are. So do not run for perfection. Second, as a mompreneur, do not feel guilty. I have before Diwali is the time when we are like really busy. I have not seen my child for 7 days. I have only seen her sleeping, and a guilt more than a guilt, I miss her. But I have mentally prepared myself if I have to grow along with being a mom. I have to have certain kind of a thoughts and be settled with it. Otherwise, you will never be settled in a business, and that guilt will kill you. Not do anything, not become a good mom, not become a good entrepreneur. Just go for it.
So,
And
yeah. So I think your business is your second baby. You have to do justice to both your babies, right?
right.
So yeah,
And
rightly said.
and tell your babies, tell your kids that, this is also important to you. And I'm telling you, your child will understand more than anyone in the world right now. So do not. So these are the two very important things I learned for the last 1.5 years. And the third most important thing is customers will come. Customers, if you just treat them as customers, it will be like, they say customer loyalty is not difficult these days because everything is available everywhere. But if
Yeah.
you go beyond a bit and create a relationship with your customers will be a success story. For us, my customers have pushed me to buy a new offline store, to go to some group and promote, to tell what I can do much better, to grow. Was an achievement for me, and I consider all my customers to be a family and a reason for my growth.
Awesome. Yeah, that's I think both the points are really, I think everyone should keep in mind at the start so they can grow in a good way. So, last, not really a question, but an opinion. So, we say women can't have it all. What is your take on that?
Uh, yeah, you can't have it all. Like, I can't be 100% with my child and also grow a 100% big business. But knowing what you can't leave or prioritizing what you can't compromise is important. And then you need to plan. Yeah, like if you really need to, I'm still learning. I'm actually struggling. If you ask me, is time management, like prioritizing and time management on what to achieve in what time is very important. And it's okay to be slow. It's okay to be slow, but moving forward than going very fast and then going nowhere.
Yeah, this reminds me of that story, slow and steady wins the race.
No,
I no,
yeah.
so nowadays I am reading my baby three stories every night. So this is the one. So it just registered, that yeah.
So everyone has their own pace, Like we sometimes just get boggled down that someone is doing really good and we are not. But in fact, if we know that we are growing some way or the other, it's very important.
Awesome. So I think for all those who have joined and who are going to join, this has been a really nice conversation. Uh, if you have any questions, please do comment, and I'm sure Good Swastika Sulakshana will definitely answer. And Sulakshana, all the best for your entrepreneurial and business journey, and we wish you lots and lots of.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, Ami.
Yeah, it was really good. Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for coming. Yes. Thank you. Bye.